In this day and age when there's so much bad news, sometimes the good news comes from sports and sporting events. Yesterday's happy news that the first Filipino athlete has qualified for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, lifting the country's spirits and expectations also perhaps with or without basis that, hey, maybe we could get our first Olympic gold. Although there was that Gilas heartbreak loss on Angola last night in the FIBA World Cup. But hey, at least it's just 3 and not 40 points. This is On the Record. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Okay, before anything else, a disclaimer. I am no sports subject matter expert, but I am a fan and I love to cheer for my home team. And that's why Andre Felix, as the host of CNN Philippines Sports Desk, is here and is my co-anchor for the evening, of course. So, Andre, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for inviting me,
on the show, because you are tonight's knight in shining armor.
I'll try my best. And also with us here tonight, Pia, of course, Mr. Steve Ontiveros, the chairman of the Philippine Olympic Committee, and Mr. Philip Elahuico, or Popoy Huico of the Philippine Athletics Track and Field Association, or PATAFA.
And EJ Obiena, the first Filipino to qualify, as we said, for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, will be on Skype from Italy. And Andrea, you're going to be speaking to him. And our very own CNN Philippines New Day host, former Olympian Christine Jacobson-Dejas, joins us from her home. Thank you very much for being here, Sir Steve, Sir Popoy, and Sir Andre.
Sila yung sir. Sila yung
sir, hindi ikaw kasi mas bata ka. But anyway, you know, I remember when the news about EJ Obiena came out yesterday morning, I was so excited kasi, alam mo naman mga Pinoy biglang all of a sudden I saw gold medals flashing before my eyes. But between qualifying and getting the gold, what needs to happen, Sir Steve?
Yeah, of course. Number one, the training is very important. That's why we have the president of PATAFA here, who has been taking care of the training of their athletes in the athletics. That's why he was able to find this athlete and start training him, sending him abroad to train, really. That's why I think the president of PATAFA in a better position to explain how he was able to scout this athlete and how they were able to train them.
Sir Popoy, how about you? What can you say about EJ Obiena? Of course, athletics, siyang unang-unang nakapasok sa Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
You know, EJ is a very, very hardworking fellow. And he's a very humble person. And he follows instructions. You know, he spent 2 Christmases abroad training.
Wow.
He did not
that's a big thing for Pinoy.
He did not want to go home because it was too expensive. The plane fare, the round-trip plane fare. And he insisted in staying. And he continued. And we're in regular touch this morning. No, yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning. Yeah. I was talking to him a few hours after the feat, no? And he said that after Italy, after Chiara, he's going back to Formia, where he will continue to be training under his Ukrainian coach, Vitaly. And he is focused. There is single-minded determination, and he is focused at the Olympics. The SEA Games is there, but parang ano yan parang, you know, it's preparation for the Olympics. So there's nothing more I can ask from this guy.
Is it fair enough to or is it too early to pressure EJ to bring a medal for us right away? Or is it too early?
He knows already. He knows.
He knows that's what's expected of him.
Yeah, he knows the pressure. He knows. He's aware of it, but he can handle it. He's a mature person, and all the coaches that, especially his coach Vitaly, who's a quiet guy, expresses admiration for him.
Now let's bring in EJ Obiena, who joins us via Skype from Italy. EJ, of course, the first Filipino to qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. EJ, hello, can you hear us? And congratulations to you.
Oh, hi there. How are you guys? Thank you very much for calling me.
Last time we spoke, EJ, was a few months ago, and that was when you made records and then you broke your own records, and you said you only had one goal, which is to qualify for the Olympics, and here it is. Now, what was your initial reaction upon qualifying for the Olympics after what you did in Italy?
Um, it was some mixed emotions, to be honest. Like, it was a celebration at first, then emotions just started to sink in, and once I hit the mat, I was just like thankful that I made it. Then after, all that sacrifice, all that hardship, all that training, all the hours, blood, sweat, tears, and whatever, like, it just suddenly became all worth it, and kind of made me emotional a little bit right after. So it's just amazing for me.
EJ, like you were saying, after all that hardship, all that sacrifice, when you hit the mat, that's when you realize that it was all worth it. Is that the high point for the athlete? Na, when you pour in so much of yourself, you give up so much, you sacrifice so much, and then you are disciplined and determined. That is the high point for the athlete already. However, after that, you realize that there's so much more you need to do because, well, in a way, you've raised expectations. People are now, hoping for a medal in the Olympics.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's going to happen as well. But, it's all part of the sport and preparing for, I'm already preparing to win. You don't prepare to just be there. You always prepare to win. And it's just so happened that I was lucky enough to be the first Filipino, and pressure's on, but like, how do you say, it's all part of the event, and it's all part of being a sports life.
EJ, you mentioned the word pressure already, and we did ask Sir Popoy Wico earlier about the pressure, and he said just recently that you already know it, and you're coming off gold medals from the 2019 Universiade in Naples, and also in Doha, Qatar, in the Asian Athletics Championships. Can we expect a medal from you already, as early as now, in Tokyo?
I'm not gonna say anything that like solid, because it's a competition. Like any competition, you don't know what's gonna happen until it's done. So I'm just gonna do what I can, prepare as much as I can, be ready at the day of the meet, and just do basically what I can do until the Tokyo, and hopefully all my efforts will be enough to win a medal, or maybe even gold, hopefully.
EJ, Philip here. Philip,
Mr. Philip Wico has a question for you, EJ.
nice talking to you again after our morning dialogue. So, how are you now? Are there any other needs that need to be met? You can tell us publicly.
We are live, EJ. So anything that you want to ask Sir Wico right now, go ahead.
Ask and you shall receive.
But sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry.
No, are there any other things that you need to do between now and the SEA Games so that you're prepared for the SEA Games and eventually for the Olympics? Is there anything else that we need to be doing over here at Patafa for you and the family?
I hope, we have a training facility now in the Philippines, and it's a world-class stadium. I just hope that everything is in good shape when I can come back, like the training ground and everything. Because my plan is to prepare the SEA Games in Manila. Not in Manila, but in Philippines.
In Clark,
and,
yeah.
Well,
I hope everything's in good shape.
The map is there waiting for you, and the runway for the pole vault is waiting for you.
You heard it from Mr. Wico,
I'm
EJ. The mat and the runway is waiting for you in Clark. You haven't been to Clark because you're so busy, of course, in Italy and outside the country. But back in 2015 in Singapore, you got the silver medal in the SEA Games. When can we be expecting you to be back here in the Philippines, training in Clark, so you can test out that brand new, good-looking athletic stadium in Clark?
Wait, can you repeat that? I didn't hear the whole thing.
When can we expect you to be back in the Philippines and hopefully train in Clark in the new athletic stadium?
Yeah. Right after the World Championship, I will be back to the Philippines. So that will be around the second week of October. And SEA Games is near, so it's not a long wait. So I think I'll be there as soon as I can. Like maybe second week as well of October, I'll be training.
Sige, kanina tanong ko, Pia, yung Olympics kaagad di ba? Sir Popoy, pati Sir Steve. Yung SEA Games, can we expect a gold? Kasi last time nga, nag-silver ka sa Singapore.
You know, I keep
Pressure.
telling
I
like, it's a
pressure you.
competition. Yeah,
Well,
but
EJ, yeah?
you know, nothing is set in stone because SEA Games, any competition, small, big, Olympics to the SEA Games, it's a competition. Nobody will know who will win until it's done. You know, that's why they still held the competition. That's why it's still like interesting to watch because nobody know who's gonna be at the top at the end of the day. But the only thing I can promise everyone in the Philippines is I'm gonna push myself and be there and do what I can on that day of competition, and I'm gonna be aiming for the gold. That's for sure. You know, that would be my pride and honor to bring back. You know, to win in my home soil. It's a dream. Every child's dream.
EJ, congratulations to you. Quickly, can you give a message to all the Filipinos and all your co-athletes who want to follow your footsteps, of course, and qualify for the Olympics as well? EJ, go ahead.
I would like to thank all the Filipinos, you know, around the world because I've been competing around and I've been seeing a lot of Filipinos supporting me here and there. And that just cheers me up a little bit, you know, it helps me, how do you say, like feel at home outside of Philippines. And I would like to thank everyone who supported me, Patafa, PSC, the Lafferty family. You know, they basically are the pillars of my success right now, and they're the one who keep pushing me. It's just a lot, you know. They've done a lot for me, and to all the athletes out there, you know, SEA Games is going to be in our country, and it should be our pride and honor. You know, it's going to be a tough one, but we can do it for the Philippines.
EJ, thank you again for joining us and congratulations to you. You make all the Filipinos really, really proud. Thank you, EJ.
Thank you, EJ, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And time for us to take a quick break. This is On the Record. Keep it here, only on CNN Philippines.
Welcome back to On the Record. Still with us, Steve Ontiveros and Popoy Wico, and of course my co-anchor. no, the main anchor for
No, I
On
took
the-
your- I
On
took
the
your lines.
Record,
I'm sorry.
Andre Felix. And we just spoke to EJ Obiena. We're going to speak to Christine Jacobs-Sandeas in just a bit. But before that, this question muna, no? Should we be concerned about how we fare or not fare so well in international sporting events? Or is it all right to say, okay lang yan kasi expected naman yan? How should we think about this,
No,
Sir Steve?
sa totoo lang, you know, of course, we always blame on the budget, okay? Kulang ang pera natin, kulang ito. But really speaking, ang kulang natin sa totoo lang, we need a training center.
Okay.
It's like you have athletes that, where can they train? There's no, because right now, you need to train the athlete scientifically. I mean, hindi naman pwede wido lang, which is, we have the natural talent, which you used to do and win as Filipino.
When you say training center, Sir Steve, you mean what is there in that training center? You mean you have all the instructors there, you have all the trainers there, the equipment, what?
You have the whole formula from a training center.
Yeah.
How to scout, then you have good coaches, trainer, and everything. Diet and everything.
Siguro whole program na rin, no?
Bagay, hindi pwede half-cook eh. It's like when you do, pag nagluluto ka, pag kulang isang ingredient, hindi na masarap. Okay? It's like an athlete also. You have to give the full ingredient para makadeliver sila.
So we're not just talking about a location, no? I mean,
Kasi kung location, yung sinasabi ng exactly, ang sinasabi nga ngayon na dati yung sinasabi wala tayong venue. Ngayon na may world-class facility na tayo, yung yung athletics stadium sa Clark and yung aquatic center, di ba?
saan ang basketball court doon? Anyway, sige.
Wala pa. Pero meron tayong may mga Mall of Asia Arena, meron naman tayong Philippine Arena.
Pero we have the venue. But where is the training center?
Well,
Okay.
back to
Who
your
would-
question
yeah,
about how important is it to win. Every time you take part in any international event, whether it's sports, arts, literature, politics, you're making a political statement. The fact that we are here means that we are part of the international community. And your credibility rises and falls with your performance.
On your performance,
Yeah, because if you perform badly, they will not take you seriously. So,
Okay. And is that what has happened to the Philippines all these decades? That we weren't really taken seriously in sports. So,
well,
kaya ganun na rin yung
ano
tingin
tayo
natin sa sarili natin.
we are feast and famine. 1991, we were second place.
Glory days,
overall, and then 1993, we fell below
So,
that.
inconsistent.
Inconsistent. There is no continuity. We need a period of consolidation.
Sir Steve, you want to add
a
something?
training center will help that? Ganun ba?
Yeah, that's why yung nga importante, yung follow through everything. Yung nga like 2005, nag-overall tayo. Tapos, cannot that budget, but we didn't continue. Ito lang simple example. We start with Gintong Alay, which people other follow. Okay? After that, what happened to our Gintong Alay? They did not progress. Wala na ito eh. They should have put scientific way, get people who understand to train. And maybe we can also copy from other country, let's say, like aquatics. Anong country magaling doon? Di ba Australia? We can get people from there to train our athletes here. Also,
Yeah. So if you're saying that okay, we need a training center with kumpleto, no? Lahat ng recados nandoon, lahat ng ingredients. Does that follow? Will it follow na we will have better athletes performing very well in international sporting events?
definitely, but you cannot do it overnight.
Okay,
It's
not
like we
overnight.
get it, yeah.
So in other words, it's not going to happen by 2020. It's not going to happen by definitely not the
Yeah.
SEA Games,
Pero,
not 2024. It will take several years.
Parang nagpa-planting ka eh. You plant a seed. I mean, you have to go to the fertilizer and everything to let it grow.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
an athlete, you have to do everything to
And then
make it progress.
and consistent yung ano. And then one last before we go to
Go ahead,
Christina.
go ahead.
Does that mean that we can expect a gold medal kapag when we do all that?
Yes, for sure. For sure. And let's look out ourselves. Pag may ganito tayo, we will be able to produce para hindi nakaputol-putol. And like, sometimes ang ginawa, umpisa lang tayo, tapos change ang administration, iba na naman ang programa.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
kailangan
so we have to insulate.
insulate. I think yun yun.
Insulate it from politics.
Yes. Di ba? Para tuloy-tuloy
Nasasobran tayo sa politika
I get
kasi.
what you're saying, Sir Steve. Yung para tuloy-tuloy, para sustainable din.
So it
Diba?
won't depend on who is the administration, sino yung official ngayon.
Ay, mabuti
So it's
nga,
not personality.
malaking pera ngayon, binuhos, put the billion or what?
6.5 billion.
Yeah, 6 billion.
6 billion.
Right? But
Okay.
before, we have to beg. Right? Kaya, that's why I hope that we can have things to follow. I mean, they're like US, they have the training center. Like China, we can follow the system, how they do it.
Okay. So it's going to take what, Sir Steve? Like a decade? A decade or 2 decades before we get our
Realistically,
first gold?
yeah.
I mean,
No,
I'm so
it
sorry to
depends.
be-
There are some sports where you can do it in about 5 to 10 years. Okay, it's like weightlifting. Like Thailand, I asked them, how come you were able to have a gold in the ladies weightlifting? It took them 10 years actually to be able to produce 1 gold in the ladies weightlifting. Kaya
ano
natin
yun?
yan eh.
What is that? SEA Games or Olympics?
Nung Olympics.
Olympics na. Okay. Well, what about the SEA Games? Kasi, di ba, most people say, well, why can't we dominate Asia or ano ba,
Southeast Asia.
Southeast
Yeah,
Asia?
Southeast Asia.
I mean, it's a smaller area.
Okay.
Hindi ba natin kaya yun? Parang?
In the SEA Game, actually, it's like a fun game actually. Sa totoo lang, I've been fighting for that to limit the number of sports.
Okay.
Kasi like what we have right now, we have 56 sports being played. How can you develop 56 sports? I think the SEA Games family should study, let's say, limit the number of games that will be played in the SEA Game. If you want to really, I mean, to have a good SEA Game athletes to prepare for the Olympic Games. Unless this is like a family, because when they started the SEA Games, actually, their idea was to have a friendship among the Southeast Asian country. That's why you have different kind of sports. Like you have the Pengkat Silat, you have all this, I mean,
So that's
sports
one-
that played in the Olympic Games.
So that's one example
Yeah.
of a sport that we should remove from the SEA Games. What else should we remove from the SEA Games?
It's not because like this time you play. Where's the record? Oh, after that, after 20 years, then that game will be played again after 20 years. That should be, let's say, every other year, your sport should be played in all SEA Games. That's why I hope that they studied very well that to develop the SEA Games in preparation for the Olympic, then you have to set aside how many sports that you want. Then maybe then you can train another set of sports for the friendship among the SEA Games family.
Okay, we're going to have to take a very quick break. When we come back, we hope to have Christine Jacobs-Sandejas, former Olympian, and our fellow CNN Philippines anchor on the line with us. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to On the Record. Andre?
Yes, and of course, we have on the line our my co-anchor on New Day and also a former Olympian back in 1984, participated in the Asian Games in 1982 and also in the SEA Games 3 times. Ms. Christine Jacob-Sandejas. Hello, Christine.
Yes. Hello, good evening.
Christine, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, we're having...
Parang pang bronze medal yung linya natin.
Yung linya natin.
Kailangan natin gold.
Christine, hopefully you can hear us, but the question for you is, because you've met the athletes, the swimmers, who will participate in the SEA Games come November, and also you've seen our aquatic center already. Ano bang kailangan ng swimming program? And because, di ba, we were talking about comparing your days as a swimmer back in the Olympics, in the SEA Games, Asian Games, yung ngayon, ano pang kailangan ng swimming program natin?
Well, I feel that I'm a product of a Gintong Alay. I'm a Gintong Alay baby. So I would like to see maybe a full-time, all-year-round program, and not just programs that happen maybe a few months before we have, let's say, the SEA Games or the Olympics. It has to be a continuous program. You have to learn to equip our athletes with weapons that we can use during tournaments. And, we do have the athletes there. We have Heidelin Diaz, and they're all homegrown, and they've all brought medals for the country. So it means we can do it. But with added support, I think we can even do better.
Okay, well, so far, after seeing our half-breed, so to speak, yung mga Filipino-American swimmers natin, and also yung mga homegrown na swimmers natin who will participate in the SEA Games, how do you think will we fare in the upcoming Southeast Asian Games?
Well, I think for the SEA Games, we should have a good chance, especially with our, foreign athletes that have had the benefits of having trained abroad. I think we do have a good chance of getting more, more than just a few bronze medals. Hopefully, we can bring home some gold medals.
Christine, thank you again for joining us on the line. Again, former Olympian and also former Philippine Female Swimmer of the Year for 4 to 5 years straight, named by the PSA. Thank you, Christine. See you tomorrow morning.
Okay, it's the last 2 minutes of the show. I wanted to ask Sir Steve and Sir Popoy, should we just then focus on boxing, weightlifting, athletics, and, don't agree, and not basketball? A lot of people say that, para bang let's focus on what we're good at.
That's the question. Great question.
Well,
Sir.
When I was chairman of the Philippine Sports Commission, I had a survey done of the most popular sports among Filipinos, not only from a spectator point of view, but from a participation point of view. And what came out was very revealing. The #1 sport was volleyball.
Volleyball, okay.
From a spectator point of view. Why? And from a participant point of view, because men and women can play it even simultaneously together. It's gender, in effect, parang gender neutral.
Gender, okay.
There's not any contact. But
For reference, sir, rank 117 tayo ngayon sa FIVB, sa women's volleyball.
yeah, but because it took a downturn. And that is what is most popular, but it doesn't mean that was the one that was being developed. Ang problema rito is you will have to have a lot of political will to say we will just concentrate on this. Why? Because some NSAs are headed by politicians.
Okay.
Kung alisin mo yung sa priority mo yung sport na yun, whose president or chairman is a politician, you'll have a problem in Congress.
Eh baka magka-rebellion kung kunyari tanggalin yung basketball. Seriously?
Hindi mawawala.
Kung sabihin, wag na
Mawawala
mag-focus sa
yun.
basketball.
Ideally, that's the way
Kakagulo
that
yun.
Kenya is focusing on marathon. On
Marathon,
athletics.
yeah, running.
Not just athletics, but marathon. Cuba, Thailand.
Yeah. Sir Steve.
Cuba, yeah.
Ikaw, Sir Steve, same question na tinanong ni Pia. Should we focus our attention on other sports like boxing or athletics, weightlifting?
Yeah. Okay lang yan because weight category yan eh. At least we have a chance. Lost individual like archery, shooting, or this. I mean, these are Filipino can excel. Okay? Huwag natin magpili na yung unit height. I mean, but Filipino love basketball. You cannot take away that. But in reality, talagang mahirapan tayo sa totoo lang.
Dance sport.
But yeah,
Hindi kaya pwede-
dance sport pwede tayo.
Oo,
yeah.
dance sport. Gagaling sumayaw
Yes,
ang Pilipino eh.
Pero ngayon, in the next Olympic game, kasama ang dance sports, we have 2 events. I think they're going to
2020, dance.
Yeah, 2. I think in Paris, in France, the next Olympic. I don't know if this one in Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
Tokyo.
Yeah, it will
During
be-
after, no?
Yes,
Yung-
yeah. Sigurado na, I think they have 2 events. That's why those individual yung mga ito, pwede tayo mag-train without the height. Like
okay.
shooting, archery, I mean, even like track and field, at least yung, let's say, high jump or what you need, you don't need height there, di ba? Paul? But if you need height, like yung running, actually you need long legs and to, I mean, medyo hirap tayo rin. Unless we have tall player also.
Okay, well, thank you very much to our guests. I'm sorry we don't have
Yeah.
enough time for final words. Steve Ontiveros, sir, thank you very much. And Sir Popoy Wico, thank you for joining us. And of course, thank you earlier to EJ Obiena and to Christine Jacob Sandeas. And thank you, Sir Andre.
Thank you, Miss Pia. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre, for being my co-anchor tonight. That is on. Thank you ka naman.
Thank you. Also, thank you to all the viewers of On The Record, and thank you, Pia Ontiveros, for having me here. And sir, thank you again.
Thank you.
Sabihin mo naman, I'm Andre Felix. May okay, Ontiveros
Of
kasi,
course. Oo,
ang tatay niya. Naku, overtime na
Thank
tayo.
you. Thank
Auntie
you.
Ontiveros,
I'm
this is
Andre
Andre
Felix, yes.
Felix. Thank you.
Kaya sabi ko,
Ala,